beautiful people. I welcome you to another interesting video. Each time softwares get patched and updated, and it's my duty to bring you the latest. We are going to talk about how to install Kali Linux 2025.1c. Recently 2025.1a was released, but today we have 2025.1c. So let's see how to install that using VirtualBox. So first thing first, you go to virtualbox.org, you click on download, then you come down to this place and choose the operating system you want to install your VirtualBox. I have the Windows operating system, so I'm going to choose Windows host. Then I'm going to click to download it. I have done this before, so I'm going to open the folder where I downloaded it, and here is the VirtualBox, which is the latest 7.1.8. So next I move over to kali.org. then I'm going to click on download, and here I will still maintain the image installer that I have been using from day one. So I'm going to click on recommended, and here I have Kali Linux 2025.1c. So all I need to do is come down and click on this download icon. You should know that this is 4.1 gig. So I click on it and to start my download, and here I'm going to say download. So now that I've downloaded both of them, to install Kali Linux 2025.1c, I have to install the VirtualBox first. So you can click on this and choose run as admin and say yes. And now I'm going to continue to say next. Okay, so what happened now is that I have installed this particular version. You just say next till you get to finish, and that will be the end of that installation. So I'm going to cancel for now. Finish. So after installing the VirtualBox, you have to start the application. So I started by saying VirtualBox. The next thing for me to do now is to create a virtual machine where I'm going to install the Kali Linux 2025.1c. So to create a virtual machine, so here I'm going to click on Ctrl N or new. I'll give it a name. I usually give it this kind of name, and the year 2025 and 1c. Then the ISO image. So I click here, choose others. I'm going to locate my download ISO file. I'm going to click on that and say open. So this is the ISO file has been imputed. Then every other thing is grayed out. So I'm going to move to the next. Here everything is grayed out. I move to the next. Then memory base. This is asking for 64 MB, but to be safe, since I have 24 gig on this system, I can afford to make it at least 1 gig or 2 gig. On a normal day, if you have 8 gig of RAM on your system, you can choose 1 gig. I leave it at 1 gig and 1 CPU. Then I go to the next, hard disk. So here, use an existing hard disk file. I have an existing hard disk file, so I'm going to choose that. But if this is your first time of installing Kali Linux on your PC, you have to create a virtual hard drive. But I have installed Kali Linux before, so I'm going to choose that existing hard drive and I'll say finish. And that is it. This is the new virtual machine. All I can do is I click on this, I can choose details, and I have my details about the new virtual machine setup. So here I have 1 gig RAM and the rest of them. So the next thing I'm going to do is to start the virtual machine. So I click on start. Mind you, I have to select the virtual machine I just created. So from here, I'm going to insert the installation process for 2025.1a because it's actually the same process. 2025.1c was released after an issue they had with 2025.1a, so it's still the same process. So just follow that to the end of the installation. So I'm going to insert the previous 2025.1a process so that you can follow along to the end. You can see here this changes to show, so I'm going to click on it and select graphical install by hitting enter on the keyboard. Then let me get rid of this. So here quickly I'm going to choose English and I'm going to choose my country. So you choose your country from this list and you say continue. For the keyboard, I'll choose American English. So here it says please enter the host name for the system. The system gave us this, so I'm going to leave it by VBox, which is VirtualBox. I'll say continue. And here it's asking for network. I'm just going to leave it at Kali. You can use any name you like here and say continue. Here it's asking for users and password. So here it says full name for the new user. So I'm going to put Mr. Right here. I'll say continue. Username for the account, I'm going to leave it at Mr. Right as well. So password, I'm going to put my password. Remember, a strong password contains lowercase, uppercase, symbols, and numbers. So I'm going to say continue. So here, I'm going to select use entire disk. I'll say continue. And here, continue. And here, all files in one partition recommended. I'll say continue. Here, there's nothing to choose, so I'm going to say continue. And write the changes to disk. I'll say yes and continue. So here, I'm going to say continue. So I'm going to leave it on yes and say continue. Then I'm going to choose this dev/SDA. So I'm going to say continue. And that marks the completion of the installation. So we're going to boot now. So we're booting into Kali Linux. So let me input my username and password. So that is it. So I can minimize and restore. And that is it. We have installed Kali Linux 2025. So thank you for watching the video, and I will see you on the next one.